Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Well, my boy Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder and Eddie Hearn, you know, they've joined forces. Most of you guys know this already. I just wanted to get around to it and say a little something about that. Deontay Wilder and Eddie Hearn joined forces. We see this in the world of boxing all the time, right? And it goes back to us understanding what promoters' jobs are, right? You know, we call promoters liars all the time. And yes, they are. They're professional liars, right? But most of everybody who's selling something are liars, professional liars. You become professional liars. You are trying to sell a product at all cost. And so therefore, we've seen promoters be with somebody and then for a while and say positive things about them and be against somebody a while and say positive things about them. And when it comes to promoters, what I've been saying up this whole time is listen to the names, Bob Arum, Don King, Oscar De La Hoya, Eddie Hearn, his pops, Frank Warren. I'm not gonna go into the PBC guy because Al Heyman is not a promoter. We don't hear him out there talking and lying. He's smart enough to just leave that to others. But I'm just saying, we're gonna hear some things. If we like a fighter and the promoter saying something about the rival fighter, we're gonna be against that promoter. The thing about that is, that's what we need to stop doing. Just be for your fighter. And what the fighter says against each other. That's different. The promoter's going to say what they're going to say, right? At the end of the day, when Deontay Wilder and Eddie Hearn, they've been rivals because Eddie Hearn has got to say positive things about Anthony Joshua. That was his best product. We never got the fight. People on Joshua's side think that Wilder was ducking him. People on Deontay Wilder's side, like me, think that Anthony Joshua was ducking him. Don't like the word duck, but, avoiding. And we're going to believe what we're going to believe with the facts that we've gotten, the information. We can't call it all facts either, but from the information that we're getting. And from we can go from the behavior from the fighters that we were getting. That's what we can go from if you don't know them personally, right? And go from there. But Eddie Hearn, I was also saying back then, even when I was against him and when it came to Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, I was still saying, the dude signed Danny Jacobs, and stuff like that. And just trying to get Daniel Jacobs to fights with Golovkin and even a Canelo, right? And stuff like that. And, so I was back then saying, he's doing some good stuff, even on the American side, trying to sign people. And then right now, Jerron Boots Ennis and Deontay Wilder have signed with him. Jerron Boots Ennis a little bit longer. Deontay Wilder just for this card that's coming up, this 5-on-5 card where we're going to have a very good card on June 1st here with everything going down. I don't have to even get into it. It's a very good card. It's 5 fights and 4 of them are going to be good. Very good. So you're going to be up all day or night, wherever you are, watching that fight. Now, Deontay Wilder, it's just a thing with Anthony Joshua. We would like to see that fight. I think we should have even been seeing that fight. Like a lot of people let this slide, what I didn't really like. Anthony Joshua has to fight Otto Wallin, which he didn't. Deontay Wilder has to fight Joseph Parker, which he didn't. They could have fought before that. It was nothing. It's not like some kind of stipulations and mandatories or interim fights. They could have fought then. No need to go, wait for that. And then Deontay Wilder loses to Joseph Parker, and then, the fight's off. And I was like, what is that? So what? He didn't look good. So what? We still want to see Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Anthony Joshua lost 3 times, and last year, everybody was saying Anthony Joshua was scared of his shadow and he shouldn't even go nowhere near Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder loses to my boy Joseph Parker, which anybody can. And so what? Now he's got 3 losses. Deontay Wilder loses to Tyson Fury twice. Anthony Joshua loses to Alexander Usyk twice. Both exceptional fighters who are fighting for undisputed. So what? Then Deontay Wilder loses to Joseph Parker. Andy Ruiz loses to, Anthony Joshua loses to Andy Ruiz. Got stopped, matter of fact. So what's the difference here, right? What's the difference? It's not 3 losses until versus people who were pretty damn good in heavyweight division. They still could have fought. So it's always some kind of thing getting in the way. But the bottom line is Deontay Wilder and Eddie Hearn show that, damn it, world peace is possible. Because it's all about perspective. You are a product of your direct environment. And now it brings me to my point. There is no such thing as enemies, really. You know what I mean? Unless you had direct contact and you guys have an issue because of your direct contact with each other. If not, there's no enemies, really. I can go to, in terms of politics. All we do is send kids to wars, and some old dudes who act like we got something against somebody else send kids to the wars, who don't really even know what the hell they over there shooting somebody for. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really have enemies, because those enemies that you think you have, once you have direct contact with them, you find out, damn, they're cool as hell. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing in boxing. So my point is, it's just good to see, Deontay Wilder and Eddie Hearn just rolling, because they have a common thing they're trying to do right here. Now Eddie Hearn is even saying positive things about Deontay Wilder, which he hadn't said for years, right? Thinking that Deontay Wilder's going to knock Shilai Shang out, and then after that they'll see what's happening, right? Which is still that's not gonna, help the Anthony Joshua thing. But first of all, it's a hard fight with Shilai Shang, so we'll talk about that, which I probably already have. But I'm just thinking about Deontay Wilder and Eddie Hearn kind of show that world peace is possible. What y'all think? Doma Sports Talk Worldwide, and I'm up out of here, y'all.